Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today for modern dating here. Again, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that ciao.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my girlfriend's plane ticket after she decided to stay longer on her trip without me? Everything was great until the last day when she tells me she wants to stay longer to find herself and think about our relationship.
We already know what finding myself means. This means finding a lot of penis inside my vagina.
Without me. I said I wouldn't be paying for her return ticket whenever she decides to come back. Now she's upset, calling me unsupportive and selfish. As many of you have guessed, she met someone while we were in Italy.
No.
We didn't even think about that. We probably should have.
Yeah, because you guys are dumb and naive women, but men automatically knew why she needed to find herself.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, see, the gentleman was like, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Anytime someone says, I gotta find myself, it's just focus on...
So here's the update. We're both back in America now, and she's packing her shit to go stay with her family for a bit until she can find a new place.
So I'm just over halfway through my 2-month trip
Good riddance.
to Europe by myself, away from my boyfriend, and
She wanted to explore a new adventure with the guy she met while traveling with her boyfriend of 2 years, but she didn't have money and somehow she thought her boyfriend should cover all the expenses. If you want to discover yourself, at least have the means for it. Don't make your plan with a new person and then
Discover yourself all by yourself with yourself money.
expect your boyfriend to help you financially. The interesting part was what happened after she returned from her adventure. She didn't expect that outcome.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my girlfriend's plane ticket after she decided to stay longer on her trip without me? Everything was great until the last day when she tells me she wants to stay longer to find herself and think about our relationship.
So as soon as they hit, all the guys are just like,
Without me. She didn't discuss this.
Oh my God.
She didn't discuss this with me beforehand, and it completely blindsided me. I was hurt, and I told her that if she feels that she needs time alone, then she should also be independent financially during this extension of her trip.
my man.
I said I wouldn't be paying for her return ticket whenever she decides to come back. Now she's upset, calling me unsupportive and selfish.
While she's finding herself, she could also find some money on the process. But why didn't the new guy buy the ticket? Since he is the main beneficiary of this adventure, he should be the one covering those expenses.
Because he's probably a broke, dusty, musty, crusty too, just like her.
And some of our friends are saying I'm being an a-hole because I left her stranded in a foreign country without financial help. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to pay for a new plane ticket home after she chose to extend her trip without any heads up? As I was talking to my mom, my girlfriend showed up. I guess she thought I was bluffing, but had a rude awakening when the hotel staff kicked her out of the room because I only paid through the day. I took no small amount of satisfaction in this, not gonna lie. She's been so concerned about the plane ticket that she didn't even stop to think about where she was going to stay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
As many of you have guessed, she met someone while we were in Italy.
Oh,
course.
no.
We didn't even think about that. We probably should have.
Yeah, keep going.
The women, we didn't think about that. Yeah, because you're dumb.
Anytime someone
women.
says, I gotta find myself, it's just focus on yourself.
Freaking Paolo,
Yeah.
man.
Like, that's
She
it. That's
found
what it
Paolo,
is.
man.
Lizzie and Paolo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She was quick to tell me that it was just a physical attraction and that they hadn't done anything.
See, told you. Broke, dusty, musty, crusty Chad Pookie right there. It's two broke, dusty, musty, crusty people getting together. It makes sense.
But she had his and was wanting to see if it'd go anywhere. I guess that's what I get for not feeling well and wanting to stay in one night while she went out to explore. Obviously, I told her things were over between
One
us.
night.
Even though she tried to make it sound like nothing had happened, the fact was, A, I couldn't feel like I could trust her when she said that, and B, I don't really want to be with someone who feels like it's okay to still keep her options open when she's been in a monogamous relationship for the past 2 years.
Yep.
And she tried really hard to give another pitch of why we should stay together on the drive home from the airport. I think as we got closer to home, reality started setting in and she realized she'd just thrown a lot away. So here's the update. We're both back in America now and she's packing her shit to go stay with her family for a bit until she can find a new place.
So she wanted to cheat, but couldn't afford it. It amazes me how many
That one was a good.
relationships end because one of them had a bit of attention from someone else and entirely forgot their partner who they've been with for so long.
Tch.
She really planned on finding herself on his dime? To be clear, she wanted her boyfriend to pay for her Italian fling.
Pretty much.
I had a feeling that finding herself would include someone else. Something tells me her
Women know what finding yourself means. That's why that other woman, the one that was like, I didn't think about that. You're dumb. You're dumb.
past 2 years have not been monogamous, as she claims. It was an interesting story. Let's talk about a few parts of it.
Wants to stay longer to find herself and think about our relationship without me. She didn't discuss this.
She wants to stay longer to find herself.
Think about our relationship without me.
That statement alone is a huge red flag on its own. So when she added that she wants to think about their relationship without him, she made the situation even worse.
I said I wouldn't be paying for her return ticket whenever she decides to come back. Now she's upset, calling me unsupportive and selfish.
I don't think he is wrong for not paying
Nope.
for it, as it wasn't part of the plan.
Nope.
She secretly decided to stay longer. At least she should create means to support herself in
I think this man handled it quite well.
this adventure. And she shouldn't expect her man who will be unwillingly returned without his girlfriend to cover all the expenses of her new discovery journey. Since she's going to do a study to uncover another side of herself, the least she can do is pay for it.
She's been so concerned about the plane ticket that she didn't even stop to think about where she was going to stay.
Oh my, that's
She didn't even have the means to pay for the expenses, but still wanted to stay to discover herself.
That's the crazy part, right? She literally wanted him to pay for everything. Hotel, plane, probably food, spending money.
As many of you have guessed, she met someone while we were in Italy.
oh no.
We didn't even.
We already knew it was coming. What other reason would she have to stay longer? Most of us already know the meaning of I want to discover myself. She needed to spend time alone for her discovery, and that's the main reason she wanted to extend her holidays.
As I was talking to my mom, my girlfriend showed up. I guess she thought I was bluffing, but had a rude awakening when the hotel staff kicked her out of the room because I only paid through the day.
She must be the best comedian ever. In other words, she wanted to spend time with a guy she just met, but couldn't afford it, and somehow she thought her boyfriend should pay for it. What man would do such things?
It's like, does this guy not even have his own place for you to go like hang out with him and stuff? So like, why would you want to hang out with someone that's so broke that doesn't have their own place?
She was
In a
quick to
foreign
tell me that
country
it was
like
just
this.
a physical attraction and that they hadn't done
yeah,
anything,
there
but
it
she
goes.
had his and was wanting to see if
He's a
he'd go anywhere.
Chad.
At this point, it doesn't matter. It's no longer relevant whether something happened or not. The damage has been done. The fact that she was willing to stay longer to spend time with him was enough to negatively affect their relationship. I bet he doesn't care anymore.
And she tried
As
really
he
hard
shouldn't.
to give another pitch of why we should stay together on the drive home from the airport.
This is something she should have thought about before deciding to stay behind to
So she requested all this and ended up not getting any of it because, you know, obviously the plane ticket's already thing. So she went home with everybody, huh?
discover herself with the new guy, and I think it's a bit too late to talk about it. The doubt has been planted. Once trust is damaged to this level, bouncing back becomes almost impossible.
I think as we got closer to home, reality started setting in and she realized she'd just thrown a lot away.
Of course, she would come to this conclusion.
Because now
The
you're home.
honeymoon period with the new guy is over and she is coming to her senses, but it's a bit late as the side effects of her adventure were already presented to her.
And some of our friends are saying I'm being an a-hole because I left her stranded in a foreign country without financial help.
At this point,
She has family. She has friends. You guys are her friends, right?
he should know the perception his friends have of him. Why would they think he was supposed to pay for his girlfriend's discovery journey?
Solo travel while in a relationship is not for everyone, and this is what a lot of people get wrong.
How do you feel about like couples who travel separately?
I feel like it's not for everybody. I think it really depends on the status of your relationship and where you guys are at. Do you feel like you're in a good, safe place, a healthy place where you feel like I can trust you enough to go and be without me for a few days in a whole nother country, state, continent, whatever. That trust has to be there ultimately, because that's really what it comes down to.
Right.
And you have to be comfortable with having that separation time with your partner. If you can't, have that separation time with your partner where they could just go out and have dinner or something with their friends, let alone a whole vacation, it gives you that time to, again, separate. And then you kind of miss your partner when you're away, especially when you're truly far away. And there's nothing more that I want than for her to miss me.
Did you ever see your parents go on separate holidays?
Never. Well, my parents was a little bit different because we own a business, so sometimes dad would go on vacation and then sometimes mom would go on vacation because there's always someone needed to take care of the business. So it was a little bit different for me.
Said it's not for every couple. Taking some time away from your partner can be healthy if it's done correctly.
True.
There are ways of doing it that won't damage the relationship. It only becomes a bit challenging when one of the parties sadly decide they want to take a long time apart from their partner without a valid explanation for the long trip. Those are the cases where it starts becoming problematic and can potentially take the relationship to another level.
If your partner consistently wants to go out without you, you need to pay attention to it, as it can be a sign that something is not going well at home.
It doesn't sound like she's
If
your
you're
partner.
dating a girl and she's making plans to go to the club without you, even if it's just with her girls, let me tell you something. She doesn't like you as much as you think. I promise you, if she is truly into you, the only time she wants to go out is with you.
Most of the time, yeah, I can say about 99% of the time, if she's genuinely receptive and genuinely likes you, yeah, she wants to actually just spend all their time with you.
Definitely agree. If we like someone, we want to spend it with them. Left my ex for going out with another guy. When I met my wife, my ex's blueprints were still all over my life, and my wife wondered how I could break up. Some boys don't want, and they work hard, they don't want a club. They wait to be home relaxing, so I'm going to club without him. If you can't trust your partner to not cheat in a club, then you're either not a good fit for each other or not ready for a relationship. Some women need time with their friends even when they have a man they love, but this is not the majority. Most women wouldn't enjoy the activity they are doing if the man they love isn't by their side. It's just the reality.
It's true.
With that being said, for those of you whose girlfriend is always willing to go out by herself or just with her friend without inviting you, you need to have a close look at what's going on in your relationship, because if she loved and respected you, she definitely would have a different approach to this matter.
The women in the next video want to encourage other women to do long girl trip, even when they have a partner.
Wow.
She is doing solo travel for 2 months while in a relationship.
Misery loves company. Women keep women simple.
And she wants to pass the message to other women it's perfectly fine to do so. But she forgot to clarify that she has issues with her current partner, and she uses the trip to get a space from him.
It's time for your next adventure.
So I'm just over halfway through my 2-month trip to Europe by myself, away from my boyfriend, and after...
People are shocked that I am
2
going
months?
away for 5 weeks without my fiancé. Like dudes, I'm dedicating my whole life to him. It's just 5 weeks. I just did a 3-month trip without my boyfriend. It's so good to have a refresher.
3 months? Do you even like the guy?
I love this. I think it's beautiful that you're cherishing solo time away from your boyfriend.
Like, why do you even have boyfriends?
Did this. He joined me for a few weeks on my trip and then we broke up. My boyfriend just left for Italy and I'm a nervous wreck at home. Any advice? From the moment she used the word away from my boyfriend, I had all the information I needed from her video.
Pretty much.
Since she said she is traveling for 2 months solo and she also wanted to stress that she is away from her boyfriend, it tells us what's going on in their relationship. She sees traveling as an opportunity to get away from him. Usually, women who love their partner wouldn't make that statement. Instead of being honest and explain that she has no problem traveling without her man because she doesn't have a strong feelings for him, she prefers to tell other people that she does it because it's normal. Bear in mind that her video is all about encouraging other women to do the same thing. This is the reason people have to be careful who they take advice from. Based on her statement, it's clear they are not 100% and she couldn't wait to stay away from him. And this is the same woman who will tell other women it's perfectly normal and healthy to travel for 2 months or more without their partner, not knowing she is hiding a very important detail. she should tell them that she uses the holiday as an excuse to stay away from her man. From this perspective, it makes a lot of sense as it explains the reason why she is so comfortable traveling for this long without him.
You know, the whole traveling thing. Personally, I enjoy traveling every once in a while. I don't like doing it all the time, and I don't like doing it for months on end because it gets me all anxious about work and stuff at home. But I just don't understand how women are able to just travel 2, 3, 4 months at a time and not ever have to worry about home life. That's just trippy to me. Even 2 weeks or 10 days in Cancun last year, I was just like, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I catch you